becomes really big. I mean, now, Lee, I'm dead serious. You might be looking at we're starting at 50-50. I know that's what Wilder wants, and it sounds ludicrous right now. But you give him another. He would have taken out Stervine. He would have taken out. Stervine, and then now he would take out Luis Ortiz. You got to start. You got to start saying that these two are in the same ballpark. Might not be marketable because I know Joshua has the 200,000 sold tickets still. But when you're talking about two champions in the division, a fight that people want to see, Wilder needs that win over Ortiz, and vice versa. I mean, Jesus, if Ortiz was to beat Wilder, what is he going to be, 25-0-21 or 22? It matters if he wins on decision or knockout. And now him and Joshua become a huge fight. So it's just a real positive sign right now for the heavyweight division. I liked Deontay showing up, Lee. I liked Deontay. When that guy challenged him, when Ortiz goes to the ring and starts talking to Deontay throws his headphones off and goes right into the ring. And this is what fighters have to do sometimes to get their fight. So I was impressed with Wilder Ortiz's showing on Friday night. I hope that fight does get made.
Which rolls us over into Saturday, and we'll start with HBO. First time ever at the Mandalay Bay, Zanfer Promotions. Do you know who Zanfer Promotions is?
Yes.
Do you? Because I had to look it up.
No. Beltran.
That's correct. I'm impressed. It's yes, Fernando Beltran. For those of you who don't know who Fernando Beltran is, he's basically, his claim to fame is Jose Luis Castillo.
Yeah, and he's that guy behind the scenes in the Mexico fight scene. All right, you want to fight around Mexico? You got to go talk to Fernando Beltran. Yeah, he's very got to be.
He's probably mobbed up down there.
Yeah, he's a made man, of course.
Well, and with all that said, I feel really bad because nobody went to his fight on Saturday night. Nobody.
Come on, that was
dude. The few times that they did audience shots, the place was empty.
It was Salido's family. Basically,
it was Salido's family, yes.
That's who seemed to show up that night, Lee.
And the only fights that really matter start with the co-main event with Tevin Farmer and Kenichi Ogawa. Oh, my God, it was great. Come on, tell me that wasn't great. Yeah, okay, I'm going to tell everybody why I enjoyed it first. First of all, if you're a Tevin Farmer fan, don't hate for what happened. Kenichi Ogawa and Tevin Farmer had a really close fight. Well, not really close to anybody watching it with brains and wit. Tevin Farmer, I believe, personally, won the fight. I'm pretty sure that Andrew's going to say that he believes that Tevin Farmer won the fight. Then, what really amused me, Tevin Farmer's corner got into the ring, and he had what I like to call a black moment. His corner consisted of what looked like CeeLo Green and DJ Khalid. That's what his corner looked like. There was a big group of yes men wearing gold chains and big beards and sunglasses backing Tevin Farmer. And at that moment I went, I really wish Ogawa would win the fight because that would really make their weekend fun in Vegas sad. That's really what I thought, Andrew. I wanted that entire corner to be sad. Not Tevin Farmer. He fought a good fight. The cross-eyed little sucker. Boy, is Tevin Farmer cross-eyed or what? That one eye is...
It's got a lazy eye. Yeah.
It's looking into the third row. I mean, no doubt about it. His third eye is... His lazy eye is in the third row. He's keeping an eye on the corner.
You're fucking stupid. You're so messed up.
Okay.
You know, he's got his...
So his hype corner comes in and they're doing, yeah, you're the man. And everybody's high-fiving him. And they're all excited. And then they read the scorecards. And the scorecards go 116-112 for Farmer. 116-112 for Ogawa. And the new IBF title holder is 115-113 for Ogawa. And the place goes silent. Well, nobody's in the arena. The arena was already silent, right? Because nobody watched the fight except me and Andrew and probably Tevin Farmer's corner. It's pretty accurate.
Definitely, yeah.
Joe Cortez watched the fight. I can say this. Joe Cortez watched the fight. I saw him in the second row. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it was I was going back and forth, obviously. What got me there is when I heard Sean Smith had ripped his ear off. That's when I was like, okay, what's going on? I got a text. Did you see the guy's ear got ripped in half? I'm like, what the hell? So I flipped it to HBO, and yeah, they got a freaking gauze stuck in between the guy's ear and his skull. So obviously there was a bad tear there. But that's when I was like, oh yeah, I forgot HBO had fights on tonight. Totally forgot, Lee. I was totally into the ESPN card, but hey.
And then in the main event, so you stayed in and watched at that point. Orlando Salido took on Miguel Roman in what was supposed to be a build-up for Orlando Salido. I believe, based on what they were looking for, was to put one of these two guys into title contention, right, on some level. And I believe that who Fernando Beltran wanted was Orlando Salido. I think he's the more marketable fighter. That's not the way this evening worked out. Miguel Roman stops Orlando Salido and probably retires Orlando Salido, who looked old. I mean, this is the first time I actually saw Salido look his age. I mean, he
did. Yes, he did.
He looked like a 40-something-year-old man. He had the flappy boobs. He looked...
flabby cheeks. His cheeks look swollen in round one.
It looks like he dropped weight at the last minute to take the fight, thinking that it was no big deal. And Miguel Roman showed up and was all game. I mean,
they always are.
All game.
These two guys are veterans, Lee. They're journeymen in this sport. They know how to fight. What this was supposed to be was the setup between a unification match between HBO and ESPN. See, Orlando Salido was supposed to take on 32-1 Miguel Burchell last night, the WBC super featherweight champ. That fight didn't happen. Burchell hurt his hand, and so Miguel Roman was a replacement. And I think that's where Orlando Salido fell off the train, or fell off the wagon, however you want to say it, while he was training. He probably thought, yeah, Miguel Roman, I'm going to walk right through him. Who hasn't beaten this kid? He has 13 losses, Lee. He's 0-2 in world title fights. How am I going to lose to him? Well,
drop weight, get paid. That's how you lose.
That's what happens. Sometimes you gain weight and get paid, huh? How about
gaining weight and getting paid? And I also thought this.
I almost quoted you last night. I almost took it, Lee.
You'd have to. Almost.
I was like, should you? Hey, we'll get into it.
We'll get into it. He was a human being bigger, which was just ridiculous. But okay. That takes us over to ESPN, and that was the fight of the night. That was the anticipated big fight.
Wait, let me tell the fans.
Okay.
Miguel Roman is probably going to fight Miguel Burchell in February now in Mexico. The winner of that fight is going to be pressing hard against the winner that we're going to get into on ESPN, Lomachenko. Okay,
which takes us to the main event of your Saturday night. Everybody was up in arms about it, all the boxing fans that I knew. Lomachenko takes on Guillermo Rigondeaux, who just got referred to as Rigo because nobody wanted to pronounce his last name wrong. And I think that's even more offensive that they just kept calling him Rigo.
Right.
Well, it's either Rigondeaux or Rigondeaux. Make your choice, okay? But Rigo, hey Rigo, no. All right. Vasyl Lomachenko quits him midway through the fight. Just quits him. Rigondeaux claims that he has a hurt hand, can't continue the fight, and that's the end of it. Round 6, right? That's where this all ended. Round 6, as I recall it in my brain.
Yeah, I think going into round 7. Right. Yeah,
that's where it all ended. So let's talk about this. Consistently, Rigondeaux's power, he had no accuracy and was hitting by his power shots were hitting 8% of the time. So if you're wondering, that means he's landing. They quoted last night about 3 punches per round. By comparison, Lomachenko was landing 16% of his power shots when he wasn't being held in a death grip. Lomachenko reached double-digit connections in 3 of the 6 complete rounds. Lomachenko averaged 68.3 punches per round in the final 3 rounds. Rigondeaux threw 32.3. I mean, it was just typical Lomachenko outworking the other. And the reality, if you watch the fight or go back and watch it or watch it on ESPN On Demand, it's obvious that Lomachenko is the bigger, stronger, faster fighter. Rigondeaux, Rigo, to his buddies, first of all, blew up, looks kind of puffy. He looks slow, and he looks old. Another fighter last night who just looked old. Yeah. This was tailor-made. If there was anybody who honestly believed that Rigondeaux had any shot whatsoever of winning this fight, you were deranged. Lomachenko, I still believe this, is being spoon-fed opponents. I think he's a great fighter, but he's still being spoon-fed.
Well, when you constantly have guys moving up to face you, I really don't care what their records are. You need to start facing guys in your own division. Guillermo Rigondeaux moved up 2 weight divisions last night. He was 37 years old. He got the highest paycheck of his life, $400,000. Lee, if you heard him before the fight, the guy said he didn't like boxing. The guy said if he had to leave Cuba again, he wouldn't do it. He wants to go back home. He got the highest paycheck of his career. I'm checked out already.
Yeah, he got paid. Gained weight, got paid.
His son is a big star over there right now. And I shouldn't say big star, but he's an amateur prospect. He's doing really good for himself. Guillermo Rigondeaux was thinking they're not going to let him off the island because his dad left, never went back. So he might be trying to go back for his kid. He knows his career's done. Like, we don't know what Rigondeaux... All I know is that interview was terrible. I don't even know why ESPN aired it. You almost knew what was going to happen off him saying what he said during the interview. Then, in the first round, when they clinch and Vasyl Lomachenko damn near lifts him off the ground just by standing up straight, oh, come on. Mismatch.
It was ridiculous.
Mismatch.
It was a mismatch. I'm surprised it took that long.
All week, I had guys telling me, bet. Should I bet?
Yeah.
No.
Lomachenko.
Yeah, no is all I said. This is 2 weight divisions. He's 37, and he's top ranks guy. Lomachenko is top ranks guy. He's not losing. He's not getting knocked. I said, this is chess. This isn't check. And they said it during the fight. We all knew it was chess. This is chess, man. These guys are 2 of the best defensive fighters, skilled fighters, technical fighters in the game right now. It ain't no knockout. Vasyl Lomachenko is not getting knocked out by a 122-pounder. So you look at the decision. When you look at the decision, you got to think Top Rank has their hands all over these judges. And people, I'm not saying that Top Rank fixes fights. I'm telling you that judges know who runs Las Vegas, and they lean towards those promoters. That's all a fix is. It has nothing to do with Bob Arum sitting down the judges and going, look, these are the rounds you're going to give one guy, and these are the rounds you're going to give to the other. These judges know who runs the fighters, the fight game, and they lean towards them. So... No decision for Rigondeaux. No knockout defeat for Rigondeaux. I mean, this was a no-win situation going in, and I think Guillermo Rigondeaux knew it. I also think when they took the point away, that made him also go, okay, I'm really not winning this. They're taking points away in, round 3, round 4?
He was out. He's just not going to fight somebody who's the same caliber fighter who's bigger and faster.
And now I want to talk about the injury, because everyone's giving this
phantom injury.
No, but hand. Wait a minute, Lee. Wait a minute. We can't. Remember, I'm big on. I hate it when Max Kellerman and commentators go, "Oh, well, that didn't look like a hard punch at all." I hate that comment. These guys, you have no idea what.
Well, first of all, okay, let's. Any chance I get
Lee,
to say this?
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Wait. This man is 37 years old. He's never broken his hand before in all of his fighting. It's not a surprise if he broke his hand in this fight at 37 for the first time. Lee, I'm 37. Sometimes I get out of my truck and my back locks up. That shit didn't happen when I was 20. Things happen as you age. Your body deteriorates. This guy has been fighting as an amateur since he was a child. He's been a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. He's been undefeated in the pros, never had an injury. Now we're going to give him shit because he's saying he broke his hand in this fight at 37? I can't say that he did or didn't. I know one thing. I know at my age, at 37, I get injured all the time when I didn't when I was 20.